Hey, what up, fam? It's Joe Mill here, back with Killer Miller Q, and today we got the Green Mountain all fired up. We're gonna be doing a beer can jerk chicken. I think you're gonna like this. I got my Walker's Wood out. I got my jank barbecue sauce. Come on, let me show you how we're gonna do this. So let's get into this old whole chicken here. So this one's still a little bit frozen, a little bit colder than I'd like, but don't worry, it's gonna come up to temp quick, and we got some marination to go for. I'm not too worried. So basically all I did was take a little bit of time to clean this thing down. You do whatever type of cleaning method you like as far as cleaning your bird, taking off a little bit of the fat, cleaning out what's inside as far as the things that you don't want. I like cleaning it and opening it up a little bit so it can breathe a little bit more. But now we're gonna get right into the prep. As you can see, I am using my barbecue tub today, which I absolutely love. This is gonna be perfect for seasoning this thing up, and it'll be able to marinate right on it, and I don't gotta switch up too much at all. So pretty much what we're gonna do today on this beer can chicken, I'm gonna try to add a little flavor to it. We are gonna be sticking with some of the more basic routes. I'll be seasoning it up with a little bit of this dry jerk seasoning from Eden's, which is amazing, from Jamaica. And then anytime you're not gonna take the time to actually make your own, and trust me, you might not come out as good as this anyway, Walker's Wood is the way to go when you're talking about this jerk seasoning. Now with that said, this one here is hot and spicy. And with chicken, it do not take long for you to get some marinade in here. So I'm not doing an overnight marinade. We used this same rub and seasoning combination just not too long ago, doing some of those jerk pork belly bites that we had. Those babies came out nice and spicy. I'm gonna try to dial this back. This is my chicken for the week. I want to get a little bit of that jerk flavor, but with that said, I don't want to kill myself, so I'm gonna keep this one nice and easy. What I'm gonna do is I'm about to cut these, probably pretty much half these, lemon and the lime. I give it a little bit of that juice all over here. We're gonna be seasoning it down all the way through, and along with the inside with a little bit of this Eden's dry jerk seasoning rub here. And then after we got this thing nice and seasoned, and I'll let you see what it looks like, we'll be coming right on top of that to rub this baby down with a whole lot of this jerk seasoning, hot and spicy from Walker's Wood, the wet mixture. But then I'll let this thing sit. I'll probably let this give a good 4 hours roughly, and then we'll be able to go ahead and get this baby onto the pit. It's going to be on the beer can. We're going to be sitting it up. I got some red stripe beer that we're going to be spritzing it with, as well as what we'll be putting on the middle. I'll just get a different can more or less to kind of put this in, since I don't want to put this bottle on there. So let me get these lemon and lime cut, and let me get this thing all wet and down. All right, as you can see, I pulled the sides up. We are officially in the tub. I have already gotten this lemon and this lime cut in half, so I'm just going to be nice and sloppy with it, and I'll end up rubbing this thing all over. But a little bit of lemon juice on, a little bit of this lime juice on. This stuff is going to make it nice and fresh, help with a little bit of that breaking this meat down and everything. And then we'll also get some of this in the cavity. Okay, now let's go ahead and get some seasoning on. All right, we got some inside that cavity, all over this bird, front and back, all the way around. Love this barbecue tub, just to be able to hold everything in one spot, along with them vegetables. I'm not gonna worry about too much of none of that. We coming right next with that wet seasoning. We're about to rub it all in nice and hard all throughout, along with inside of the cavity. You know, and it's only been a couple times since I've used this barbecue tub, but man, I really enjoy it, especially with chicken. I can already just see that, you know, chicken messy, man. You know, you worry about all the contaminants, and usually you're trying to make sure that you keep everything together, especially if I'm in a situation like right now. it's a messy job, you know what I mean? I'm starting with some dry season, I'm putting on a wet rub. I mean, it's not necessarily anything that has to sit on there any type of way, any type of pretty, but it's a messy job. And not having to worry about where is it going, slopping it all around is pretty nice. I mean, pretty much I just threw a glove on and you see it, other than me having to take some pauses, man. Season this baby up. Make sure you don't cross-contaminate with your wet marinade. I poured this directly onto the bird, and from there, being that I didn't have to worry about where it was going, I was able to kind of just mush it around, rub it all around, put tons of it inside of the cavity. I don't want all of this just sitting in these corners and stuff like this, not doing nothing. I want it somewhere on this bird. I want it on the inside or something like that. And then I'm gonna take this lemon and this lime, and I'm just gonna throw this right up inside of here for right now. And the nice thing about this tub, this baby is ready to go. It's gonna sit just like this. I might hit it with just a little top coat of the seasoning just to be nice and covered, but I'm about to put a top on, and being that this was a little bit frozen, I'm gonna let this baby hang out as is for a little bit, and then we'll throw it back in the fridge. All right, it has been roughly 4-ish hours. Let's pop the top on this baby. You see this whole chicken in here looking great. Let me tell you, instantly this smell comes on out and greet you. Again, loving this barbecue tub and being able to kind of marinate and do all my seasoning and everything on here. This thing works out pretty nice. So this is what I'm gonna do next. We're gonna slide over. We got the old Pepsi challenge, shall we say. Basically, I didn't have no can or nothing, so I'm just basically took a can, used one of my boys' suggestions, and used the old can opener and maybe a nice clean opening, rinse this thing out. And we're going to be filling it up with some of this red striped lager for this beer can chicken today. Keep in mind, when we're doing this beer can chicken, you want to make sure that beer is at room temp or something like that. I don't want it to slow down my cooking process, so I'm only going to be filling this up about halfway. And if you notice, I got a frosty one over there, and I think you can probably imagine what I'm going to end up doing with that one there. But we'll take more or less half of this red stripe here. I'm going to fill it up into this can that I got here on this chicken stand, and we're going to prop this baby up. I got my grill already up to temp. We had 275 over there on the Green Mountain, rocking them Kirkland chips. And as you can see, we got that baby on, leaving her just as is. The only thing that I'm gonna do is I am gonna go hit this up with just a little bit of olive oil, give it a nice little spray all over. I like this right here. It's pretty natural, just to kind of help that skin crisp up. And then, you know, we're looking to get this thing nice and dark. I'll bring y'all back in about an hour. Hey team, I want to jump in here real quick and let you know, thanks for following along on today's cook. If you are new to the channel, go to that bottom right corner, subscribe, check out some of the other videos you've missed. And for everybody that's been here, like always, I appreciate y'all. We're going to get back to this work, but if you haven't and you're trying to get a hold of me, check out that link tree. All right, we're a little over an hour. Been riding along steady Freddy at 275 for the most part. I'm rocking those Costco pellets. That's a beautiful blend. It's got a beautiful smell going on right now. I'm starting to smell that jerk a little bit. Chicken's starting to think about cooking, but at 275, that whole chicken, it ain't doing too much. I am gonna get some probes in here, and what I did want to do is get in here and take a peek real quick. I told you I'd bring you back in about an hour, and we're gonna rotate it. We starting to get a little darker color to it, but it's got a long way to go. Alright, so we got that thing flipped around, both probes in, one in the breast, one down here at the thigh, kind of a little further away from the hot spot over there. And then pretty much on the probes, number 2 is the breast at 113, and number 1 is the thigh at 125. So a decent split. It's going to still take a while, so we're going to sit back, let them things get a little bit more smoke, and then we'll come back later on with a little spritz. So we a couple hours in. I'm rolling at 164 in my thighs, and then about 140 more or less in his breast. So we smoking nice, slow and easy. Don't even mind that over there. That's just a little something for myself. But we chunking up nicely, starting to get a little bit of crispiness, but you can see some of that back there. Still got a ways to go though, as far as what this overall skin's gonna look like, but it is getting some good smoke, which is what I wanted. You know, normally if you're doing that jerk style chicken, they'll be doing it over live fire, and it'll be nice and slow over some low heat. So at least be able to get some good smoke in here, and we get some flavor and let this thing slow cook. But this is gonna be great. Give this a little bit more time. I'll bring y'all back more or less when it's done. Alright, we at 3 hours and 17 minutes, and as it just clicked over to 165 in my breast, my legs is about 185, which is what I usually like it as. Got that nice darkish color. It smells amazing out here. So we about to add the next layer of flavor on this thing. And pretty much what I'm about to be doing is I'm going to be basting it with some barbecue sauce that I already got kind of warmed up. And today we will be rolling with the jank. You see that for Killamilla Q over here. Pretty much almost out of this bottle. So I'm definitely about to be going back to the well on this one. I enjoyed this one, and I also saw you had, I believe, a habanero one that I want to try. So I'm going to be going to the well here. You'll see a couple of those soon. But I went with this one because it's a nice clean sauce. I'm doing a little chicken for the week, so I don't got a whole lot of salt on here. If you know a lot about that Walker's Wood, it's not really a salty rub. It's just got a lot of flavors, a lot of seasonings and everything to it. But not really a whole lot of salt to it. And now I'm coming over the top with this jank barbecue sauce, which is also one that's a cleaner barbecue sauce. As you see, it's gluten-free, no MSG, no artificial flavors, no high fructose corn syrup. So good thing for me during the week is I'm trying to get a little something to break down for my meal prep. So let me get this bird basted. I'll bring you back, show you what it's looking like. Like I said, we 3 hours, 17 minutes into it. Check out this old janktified bird, shall we say, huh? Janktified, jerked up bird. We got this thing all slathered up real nice. I brought that temperature down to about 250. I'm not going to hold it too long, maybe about a good 10-15 minutes. I'm already at the temp I want. Just let this get nice and sticky, and we're going to get this up off of here. All right, 15 minutes. Man, it smells good out here. Come on now. Let's get this bird up off of here. I mean, this baby's bubbling and smelling good. Get you in some better light. Alright, here you go. Took about 15 minutes to let that sauce get nice and tacky on there. Man, that jank original is doing the damn thing. You look at the glaze and the sheen that it put on this baby. I'm looking forward to tasting this. A little bit of that jerk mixed with some of that jank is going to be a good thing. I can't have too much because, like I said, this is for the week. Oh, this is just dripping. I love seeing that. Overall, though, I definitely got to get a taste and see what it's talking about. Overall, we ended up at about 3.5 hours once we had that other 15 minutes on with the sauce. So we should have some good smoke in here. Like I said, we had a good blend of pellets on there, but love the color that I got. Nice little bit of char. Let's let it rest. I'll get it off this can. We'll get us a taste. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, the can that came up out of there had such a beautiful citrusy smell coming up out of there with that beer and that lime and that lemon. This baby is smelling great. This is the last time you're going to see this before it is butchered to hell, but we about to get into this. The murder show. Everything sliced up. Looking great, too. Got my quarters over here. Got my breasts. I did slide at least one of them up off the bone. And then we got some wings that we pulled over there to the side. I'm about to chop this breast up. We're going to taste this. All right, let me just get in the corner over here. I'm like a little kid just digging in my lunch. Ooh, you see that? Beautifully white, super moist and juicy. This whole cutting board, everything, my hands. I mean, you can see that easily because I can see it reverberating off of there. I know I'm getting a little bit of glare, but it is super moist and tender. Let me get a taste on this. The jank coming through. Yes, this chicken is slamming. I'll give you a full-on quote. Let me tidy up. Let me get my first day of lunch in, and I'm going to holler back.
All right, so like normal, we got that cook done. Let me tell you something. I think that the beer can chicken is the most juicy way, if that's a word, the juiciest way that I can make a chicken. At the end of the day, the one thing I always love about it is moisture throughout. It always comes out phenomenal. Takes a little bit longer to cook, as you can imagine, because you got liquid on the inside of the cavity. But it definitely does something for being able to cook it from the inside out. Definitely always comes out good. That cook was a little over 3 hours when it was all said and done. I do not have any out here like normal to kind of taste test and taste with you right now, but you already saw me eat a little bit of it. And like I said, that got broke down. That's my food for the week. I did already have one of those chicken breasts already. And I tell you what, came out great. Once again, Walker's Wood, always a winner. had to take a little advice from my boy Steven out there. Appreciate you. Didn't want this to be too hot. And this being the hot and spicy version of the Walker's Wood, I decided only to marinate this for a short period of time. So I think we end up giving it about 4 hours on the marinade and the wet mixture. Other than that, like always, and I'm a little low on it, I come with some of that Eaton's jerk rub on top of there. And then today, once we got everything smoked and finished out, I had thought about that I was going to spritz it with a little bit more of that red stripe, but there was so much moisture in there and I didn't want to mess up my bar because I was trying to get it to, you know, solidify, and you got that moisture already within. So I ended up letting it go the whole time. Only thing we did was we added some of that barbecue sauce on there. Went with my boy Lamar's sauce with the jank. Once again, love this sauce, super duper smooth. I'm pretty much down to my last little bit, so I'll definitely be ordering some more of this, so you'll get to see some of those flavors soon. But like I've said before, and I said earlier in the video, I like this one being something as I'm trying to make my food for the week, being a little bit cleaner, a little bit leaner, and no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors, no gluten, and no MSG. So basically, it's just some good old-fashioned sauce without all that extra. So that's what I like. So that's what I went with. Came out absolutely fabulous. Like I said, it was not as hot as like not that long ago when we did those jerk pork belly bites and they had sat in there in the fridge for over a day. So it didn't have it all the way deep, all the way down, but you had that moisture and that flavor all the way down. You had a great flavor on top. That barbecue sauce came shining through with the jerk, and overall, it was a win. So super happy with the whole combo. Walker's Wood is almost can't miss, so I don't know if you're going to do anything else jerk anytime soon, but I will be getting back into this bottle, you can guarantee that. But like always appreciate you checking out this cook. Appreciate all my peoples at the crib, all my family, my boys over there with Black Smoke Barbecue, and of course you for checking out this video. Until next week, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.